Yeah, I, I like. I still listen to a decent amount of music from. God, I need to build a scarecrow. The the 90s and early 2000s. God damn it. That was a mod? No. No, God. Fuck. I had a mod that showed how far the scarecrow covered. Fucking hell. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 goes here. What do I need for another one? Coal? I'm on it, boss. Oh, I gotta water all this first. I totally lost my train of thought. I have been adjusting some of my musical tastes over the last year. A lot of nostalgic music will come on. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not that angsty anymore. I don't feel the same angst that I used to. But some stuff I'm learning that I like even more now that I'm getting older. The internet is... In the early days of the internet, there were those philosophizing and hoping that this new system of information exchange and communication would level the playing field, so to speak, as far as sharing news, as sharing music, as sharing information, art. It would make everything more accessible. Kinda. But the freeware didn't really win out in the long run. There are a lot of freeware sites and a lot of places that are okay, but okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pop you here. This is arbitrary, but this should be fine too. But yeah, in the 90s and early 2000s, there was this glimmering hope that the future of the internet could be this amazing thing where everything's free and nobody had rights to anything, and it was all communal. In retrospect, it's a fucking it's a pipe dream. But it's been kind of hard coming to terms with yes, no, music isn't free the way it used to be, and this software is actually the property of these people, and if you want to make something, you basically have to contract yourself out. Like I don't know. Take what I'm doing right now. I'm streaming, right? To have a platform to be able to share this with the world, I could, in theory, set up a server of my own, program a... Fuck, it sounds exhausting. Program a UI for viewers, or not, and go through all of that fucking hassle myself, or I can use a pre-existing platform. And for people who are new to a hobby or new to really a technology, obviously only one of those things are really an option. But if you go back to the mid 2000s and look at companies that are now kind of ubiquitous, like Rooster Teeth Productions, they did exactly the annoying thing. And I guess, oh god, what was Twitch before it was Twitch? I forget. The same sort of thing. They put in the legwork to create this platform so that they could put their stuff out there. But somewhere along the line, I can't really fault them for this because they exist in the capitalist ecosystem that they do. It turned into a business rather than it turned into something you were doing for the art of it. You know, kind of fair, but also like, dang. Why you gotta be like that? Justin TV, yeah, that's what it was called. Yeah, my music taste is about the same. I can literally, it can be the exact thing you're saying without the acapella. Acapella. Fall Out Boy definitely appears in my playlist. Electro Swing, a lot. AC/DC, one or two songs. In Celtic folk, a few songs. Not. Let's see, what do I listen to for the most part? Pandora has been kind enough to start giving me a lot of new music lately, but Postmodern Jukebox I've been listening to a fair amount in the last year. Postmodern Jukebox is a pretty fantastic project that takes popular songs for the last 20 years or so and restylizes them in historical styles. Like what it would sound like if... Why come up with an example, Alex? Why not just read examples? I don't have to make this up. 80 songs done in a ragtime style. Motown tribute to Nickelback. Oh god, I have not heard that one and I don't want to hear that one. It's really fucking good. It's really, really good. It is some nerdy shit. Like, right up my alley. Like, old-timey musical covers, huh? Popular songs? Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I've been listening to that. Caro Emerald? I've really liked this last year. For... God, some period during the spring I was really into violin covers of music, so a lot of violin covers of songs have been playing for me lately. Like a lot. Probably too many. And then different types of electronic music. Some EDM, not very much. A lot of trance. A lot of Eastern music. Like there's a couple of Japanese instrumentalists that I really like. There's a couple of Chinese bands that I kinda like now. I used to really like, now it's just kinda like. Trance, yeah. Well, that's a genre. It's not what I meant, but it's a genre. It's a little too on the nose for me. I have... Maybe I just haven't found the right artist yet, but... A lot of... Yeah, a lot of media that is intentionally and opaquely queer in messaging and theming gets boring for me really quickly. Because although I am queer, I've never really resonated with the whole queer as a culture thing. In American queer culture has largely just been a turnoff for me. So great if it floats your boat, but it does not float mine. And yeah, I had someone pretty enthusiastically share some music of an artist like that with me within the last few months, and I'm like, yep, I get it. I get it, but like, not for this boy. No, sorry. This did not resonate with me. All it makes me feel is annoyed at the commodification of identity in our culture. Oh, yeah, early or mid or late 2000s hypno stuff. Hypno stuff, hypnotizing trance videos, stuff like that. Those were interesting. I enjoyed some stuff like that. Like, oh my god, what was it? God, okay, there was this white noise drug thing. God, what? Huh. So the idea was, wow, okay, I'm not finding it. The idea of this thing was that it was white noise or pink noise or, you know, some combination of ambient sound that, and this is some pseudoscientific bullshit, if you sat listening to it with headphones on in a room that was dark with your eyes closed, kind of sensory deprivation chamber, and just cleared your mind, that your brainwaves would synchronize with the sound waves and it would then imitate the effects of different substances. I can't remember what it was called, but God, it was. I wanted it to work so badly because I grew up in the Midwest, and even now in Indiana, I think Indiana might have just legalized marijuana, but it was not a small offense. So, like, I am curious about these drugs, but I don't want to do them because I've been through DARE and all these Scared Straight programs, and I'm in this culture of you touch a marijuana once and you go to jail for life kind of culture. So that seemed like a safe and interesting. Like, God, I know. iDoser? Was it iDoser? iDoser! Yes! Yes, okay. I think it was iDoser. It didn't work. Or it only kind of sort of worked. Ah, well, guess we're not getting that. You know what? Yeah. Eat the horseradish. God, yeah, as a teenager, naturally it cost like hundreds of dollars to use the thing, so we pirated it, as you did. I miss the old days of piracy. I don't miss LimeWire. I don't miss that at all, but I miss the Pirate Bay. I do. My heart goes out to those who suffered the judicial punitive consequences for hosting those sites, but God bless you. And I know they still kind of exist, but torrenting ain't what it used to be. And yeah, I'm keenly aware of the whole hypnotic suggestion. My foot's cramping. porn genre. And again, interesting and hot in theory. In execution, hypnotism is it's a fine art, right? Like there are certain cases, documented cases, showing that sometimes for some people it works, like genuinely works, and can be used to uh, replace pain medication, all kinds of things. This whole mind over matter. There's some substance to it, but wait, how much energy do I have? We don't have time. Go to bed. But it's still pretty insubstantial, and I guess if you're in the right headspace for it and you really want it to do something, then that being exciting on its own is already cool enough to maybe be worth the time. But I don't know. It seems like such a unreliable, unscientific hit or miss kind of thing.